सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार योगी राम सूरत कुमार जय गुरु राया।
राम 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 भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। In the evening twilight, we have been given one more opportunity to be able to sing His powerful name and to offer those Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. How could this be a small grace? This glorious grace is something we have to celebrate and keep ever in mind. We shall see again one or two glimpses of the glory of His name. Sri Ramu and his wife Srimati Devi. They were living in Kumbakonam in their own house. They were devoted to God. Ramu was also connected with Shri Gyananandagiri Swami. He used to visit there often. And of course, whenever Shri Krishna Premi Swamiji, Shri Muralidhara Swamiji, and Shri Vittal Das Maharaj, whenever the opportunity presented itself, he would go and listen to their speeches and bhajans, and the two of them continued their worship of God in different ways after his retirement. There came a time when he wanted to invest 80,000 rupees, thinking that he could multiply it by buying non-convertible debentures from a steel company. Sri Ramuji was working before in Kotari Group Industries. Now after retirement, naturally, he wanted to invest some money in some projects where there would be a good return. But then God's plan was different. What happened? Ever since he invested, he would be waiting for an opportunity when there would be more appreciation for the money he invested. But what happened was the reverse. The broker always said there was no higher price. It was going down and down in the market. Now after some time, no matter how many times he phoned up to the broker, This was his constant reply, that it's not increasing in the market. What could he do? It's going down and down. At one point, Rama began to be afraid that it would come to half the amount. He invested 80,000 and it might come down to 40,000 and he could do nothing about it. This is like a gamble. And then he began to realize, what is this I am doing? Instead of multiplying the nama chanting, the namas of Bhagavan, I am trying to multiply my money. Why would I think like this? Why did I think like this? He realized his folly. At least that's what he thought, that it was Bhagavan's way of letting him know that this kind of project was not for him, that he should not concentrate on earning extra percentage of money, extra interest. It was for him to be more interested in God and intensify his sadhana. So he began to realize that he had made a mistake and that he might come to lose even the capital money that he had put there. He was very scared. And what was more, whenever he rang up to the broker, Chandru, he was getting it too often, so naturally he was irritated, because he had no better reply to give. So Rama was upset over the whole thing. So one day, he was doing puja, and after the puja to Bhagavan, in the meantime, the thoughts began to come to him that he must come down to Tiruvannamalai, settle down here, and do seva to Bhagavan. One day, it was after the puja was over, he started chanting the name intensely, soulfully, for nearly 10 minutes. He was soaked in Bhagavan's nama. At the end of 10 minutes, he immediately called Chandru, the broker, and said, Chandru, you put the price as 1,000 rupees immediately in the market. Chandru said, what is it, uncle? What are you saying? Now it's gone down so much. Who would buy it? Who would accept this 1,000 rupees? Nobody would buy, nobody would come forward to buy. But Ramu suddenly, he came into inspiration and said, no, Chandru, you put up this price there in the market, Bhagavan will do something. And true to his word, somebody accepted it, and soon all his debentures were sold. He got back his 80,000 rupees. Just imagine, until then it was going down and down and down, the price. But after his puja, after his intense chanting of the name Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar, with a prayer, within 10 minutes, the price went up, and when he suggested 1,000 rupees, it was accepted immediately, and somebody came forward to buy all of them. With the result, he got back all the 80,000 rupees. He did not get any extra money as he expected in the beginning, but then now he has realized his folly. It was not for him to concentrate on such means of income. Now he was more inclined to Namajapa and Seva to Bhagavan. You can imagine, he thought truly that Bhagavan had saved him, removed his thought from investing in such manners. He was really grateful to Bhagavan, and soon, gradually, the idea developed that he should even sell the house that he owned in Kumbakonam. And after selling it, the couple came to Tiruvannamalai and began to live in a small portion upstairs for rent. They had to adjust to so many things there with great difficulty, but they accepted all that. And their seva began with dedication, and they did not mind the difficulties, the challenges they came across, because at this old age, Tiruvannamalai heat, the environment could prove to be very oppressive, but the couple did not budge. They stayed put and began their seva. Rama is still doing seva in the ashram, is helping the puja work, and whenever there is function related to Vedas, he would come forward to help. Now, last month, on the 4th of May, they had fixed an operation for him in the eye. He developed cataract, and so naturally his vision was blurred. It reached a point when the operation became necessary, so he consulted the local doctor, Dr. Somasundaram, who is running Vivekananda Eye Clinic. Now, a word about Dr. Somasundaram. When Bhagavan was still in the body, Dr. Somasundaram was called in, and then he examined Bhagavan's eyes. He also wrote a prescription for his spectacles. Dr. Somasundaram is devoted to Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. So now, when the operation was fixed for the 4th of May, and it was to be started at 8:30 a.m. Now his wife, baby, was very worried, because that day, the hour for the god of death, it's called Yamagandam, and that is from 9 to 10:30 a.m. They had fixed the operation at 8:30. Now she was very anxious, tensed up. She sat at home and began to intensify her Nama chanting. She closed her eyes and started to pray and chant. And soon she got lost completely. She went deep, got soaked in the Nama of Bhagavan. And then suddenly she saw Bhagavan, Shri Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, walking up and down in the hall. Can you imagine? Her eyes were still closed, and she was intensely chanting his name and praying. And suddenly she saw Bhagavan in flesh and blood, walking up and down so fast, the way he always used to walk. She forgot about her husband. She forgot the operation, everything else. Now she was completely absorbed in the darshan of Bhagavan. Her only worry was that Bhagavan was walking so fast in that small place, up and down, and she had put many vessels here and there for for lack of space. She was afraid those vessels and other things would come in his way, and it may prove to be difficult for him to walk up and down. Just see how the devotion carries itself. She started the Nama chanting only for the sake of her husband, for the operation to go on well and finish before the hour of Yama, the god of death, started. That was all her anxiety was. But as soon as she got the vision of Bhagavan walking up and down close to her, all she wanted was to keep the way clear for him. But she was unable to open her eyes. She was unable to move. And she was completely lost in the darshan. She stopped her prayer, everything. And suddenly, the phone screamed. She was startled out of her deep meditation, and she opened her eyes. She saw where she was seated in the hall, and there was no Bhagavan walking up and down. And suddenly she realized that she sat there to chant Bhagavan's Nama for the sake of Ramu's operation, and the phone was ringing. As soon as she took it up, they said the operation went on very well. It was successful. In the meantime, when she was absorbed in the vision of Bhagavan, there Ramu was promptly taken to the operation theatre. Ramu himself was chanting Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Nama, as he always did. So as soon as he got into the operation theatre, the nurse there urged him to change into the theatre dress. He had kept a photograph of Yogi Ram Surat Kumar in his pocket. So when he looked at her with a certain anxiety, the nurse assured him, "Please don't worry, I'm also a devotee of Bhagavan, so I should keep this photograph safely with me, and now you change into this dress." Now he was peaceful. And then the doctor entered, Dr. Somasundaram, and just see what he had to say. The first thing, Dr. Somasundaram had one look at Sri Ramu and said with a smile, "Mr. Ramu, don't worry, don't fear. It is your Bhagavan himself who is going to operate through me. You will be all right. Don't worry." Now to Ramu, who was so scared, Dr. Somasundaram was verily Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. He felt reassured, and his anxiety left, and the operation was completely successful. Now he is able to see very well. The moment Srimati Baby had closed her eyes and started chanting Bhagavan's Nama and got absorbed in the vision of Bhagavan, Ramu's eyes got light. Here she closed her eyes and Ramu's eyes opened with light, figuratively that is, not literally. So to say that Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar gave light to his eyes, he restored, the vision was restored to him. Now both of them would melt whenever they talk about it. Baby began to sob. That she literally saw Bhagavan right in front of her walking up and down like the old days. What more could she ask? This Yamagandam operation, everything was clean forgotten. All that remained was the vision of Bhagavan. And she melted. And Ramu's eyes also would fill up whenever he began to narrate what happened. Just see how Bhagavan changes the difficulties that come in the lives of the devotees into huge blessings. This is what Bhagavan had reassured. He said, for those who work for this beggar, for those who chant this beggar's nama, my Father would change all difficulties of their life into great blessings. Now that Bhagavan is here in front of us, full of life, power and grace, with his hand raised in eternal benediction. And he is standing, not even sitting, to say, so look, I'm always alert, I'm watchful, I'm watching over everything. Do not fear, do not worry. I'm here to help you, guide you, protect you. All you have to do, chant, call me, call my name. Help will be rushed to you. And such is truly the experience of thousands of devotees. This is what we have been seeing day after day after day for more than a year now. Now to this Bhagavan we shall offer our prayers. Bhagavan, we know that you know everything, that you are ever watchful, and what the world is going through today, what India particularly is going through. We beg you again and again, a zillion times, for your immediate divine intervention to free the entire world in general, and India in particular, and India-like countries which are suffering from the dreadful clutches of this monstrous virus, and bring back normalcy in every aspect of life. And Bhagavan, we beg you again to root out the panic and other negativities from the hearts of people. And of course, please arrest the rapid spread of the disease. Only you can do it. Only your grace can do it. And Bhagavan, please enter all those medicines. Make them work so that the entire clan of viruses would be done with. And all those people who are distressed and suffering for lack of facilities, for lack of medicine, please take pity on them and bless them with whatever is needed so that they get well soon and come back home safe. And all those great warriors who are fighting the disease, laboring so hard day and night, unmindful of the difficulties they go through, at the very risk of their life, for the sake of other lives. Please give them a great protection and all-round welfare. And Bhagwan, we beg you for a lift to our economy, and above all, please bless us with constant remembrance of your name. Please bless us with the attitude of being a welcome instrument, a willing instrument in your hands, and offer our life at your feet. And above all, give us that supreme blessing of transformation, total transformation of our inner and outer lives, so that we would be able to see only your presence and your blessings in every happening of life. Jai Yogiram Suratkumar.
Yogiram Suratkumar.